You know, it's not often that you have a Democrat that's actually held accountable in, you know, all of the crimes that they commit, especially when they are officials of any capacity. And now we have, I can tell you, Boston City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson, who is a BLM activist, a Muslim American, a sanctuary city supporter, and former undocumented immigrant who has now pleaded guilty in a federal corruption case and will have to resign. Now, gosh, you know, you hate to see it. Oh man, okay, I'm fine. So according to federal prosecutors, she gave a $13,000 taxpayer-funded bonus to a relative and got $7,000 of it kicked back, handed off in a city hall bathroom. So this woman was making over $115,000 a year in taxpayer money and still ripping off the public. So she is now pleading guilty to wire fraud, theft, and oh no, you guys are going to be really sad to hear this. This may actually jeopardize her immigration status. You don't, why are you smiling? That's really sad.
Look, I mean...
No. I want you to know exactly who this woman is, okay? She's an upstanding member of society, and she was the same person who 2 years ago was demanding stronger protections for illegal immigrants and telling Boston to defy ICE. And, it's just like, would you be shocked to hear that someone who's telling people to not follow the law and defy the law was actually defying the law? And so I just want to give you a sense for who this woman really was. Watch.
What the do I have to do in this council in order to get respect as a black woman?
Couldn't happen to a more deserving person. You hate to see it. Not really. I love to see it.
But look, this all goes back to the immigration policy because they just don't care. They abuse the immigration policy. So as we've said over and over on this show, is the first thing that they do when they come into the country is break the law. It is illegal immigration. And what do you expect? Like, I don't understand this. Like, people need to, of course, everybody watching the show and everyone around this table agrees with the fact that immigration matters, loving the country matters, right? Not breaking the law kind of matters, right? And you know what? That's almost like, it's so funny that you can tick off all those leftist things, right? Mm. It's like, oh, she's a BLM activist, so she's a Marxist, okay? So blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing like going for an Oscar now. You've got to be like a black, lesbian, transgender, whatever, playing a disabled person, and then you'll get the Oscar. It's a joke. This kind of stuff drives me insane. And it's not necessarily that she drives me insane. It's that the American people are allowing it to happen. And then they're voting them in. Mm. How are they voting them in? Bostonians are voting this person in. This is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, we talk about this a lot on the show. You feel like there was a time where holding elected office was like a very esteemed position and very well-respected position. And now it's like you've got this woman, you've got, what was her name? Tiffany Henyard, who was the mayor of I forget what town it was, but she was like the worst of the worst, just super ghetto. You've got Jasmine Crockett, speaking of super ghetto. You've got AOC. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, well, the people themselves who were statesmen were respectable. And so, like, the office sort of deserved that respect just because the quality of the people was higher. And I think as the quality of the people in the country has gone down, and like we said in the first segment that the whole panel was on, they are more inclined to vote for people who are just going to give them free stuff, basically. And so it's like you're no longer evaluated on your competence or your intelligence or your credentials. It's just simply like, are you going to be a placeholder for someone who's going to give me, like, free stuff, which is why these people get elected. And frankly, I don't know why. And we as Americans get to decide this, like every rule, and we get a say before, these people do. Like, why do we have it so that any immigrant can have a position like this in the first place? Like, I totally acknowledge there are immigrants who come to this country who love America, but the problem is when you scale that to all immigration, what we tend to see is you've just got like people coming in, whether they're Hispanics, Asians, Africans, Muslims, like they come in,
Somalian.
they basically use the immigration process to establish like an ethnic beachhead for themselves. And then the first thing they do is start sending money back with remittance payments and start having, I think it's on average 6 additional family members come over. And it's like, this is how the country has changed. You know, the illegal immigration problem is big, but we've had like, I think 60 million or more people come here just illegally since 1965. And that's fundamentally changing the composition of the country. And so people who are maybe older are like, I don't even recognize the country I grew up in. I don't blame you. Yeah, I completely don't blame you. It's a completely different country.
But they're also being told in their countries that they came from that actually America and the Western world is responsible for all their ills. So when you go there, you just take what you can from them. You just get what you can because they deserve it. And that's a massive problem. And it's exacerbated even more that our public school system does the same. It guilts like young white kids to like, you know what, your great grandparents or whatever, they were the oppressors, and really like you're a recipient of that bad behavior.
Yeah.
It has to end. It really has to end. Shit, like you said, John. Why do what do I have to get respect as a black woman? What's the color of your skin got to do with anything? It doesn't matter. Right, none of us give a damn about that. Why are you laughing at me?
No, it's just so absurd that like someone
It's
would.
unbelievable.
I like Clarence Thomas. I respect Clarence Thomas.
Right. It's you earn respect based off of your, behavior. And
I respect Barack Obama. You know, I know it's going to be controversial to say.
Whoa.
Okay. Whatever. You can kill me after the show. He conducted himself in a way that was professional. Now, like you mentioned with Jasmine Crockett, who, by the way, I think is like an educated and well-spoken.
Yeah, she is.
She puts on this act, and it's like literally what they mean, like the words they are saying to you when they say like, what do I have to do to get respect as a black? I shouldn't have done the accent, but like, what do I have to do to get respect as a black woman? Literally what that means is like, you do not have license to disrespect me because I am black. She's not actually looking for an answer. Like if you told her like, well, maybe just conduct yourself with a little bit more professional.
Maybe stop standing up and banging the table, ma'am.
She said, that's racist. Those are your standards of decorum in elected office, and that is racist. And it's like at a certain point, you just have to stop trying to like convince these people and just.
And you know what else is funny?
Yep.
She's literally stealing money. It's like massive gaslighting, right? So I look at all these people, the way they behave, the ones that make the biggest noise. I'm like, investigate every single one of them.
Yeah, for sure. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.